So 10 years ago, I was a perfectly healthy, normal 34-year-old third grade teacher, father of 2 kids, and a wonderful wife. It was my first year of teaching, actually, when I contracted a rare viral infection that aggressively attacked my heart. In conjunction with my heart failure, I suffered a series of what the doctors would categorize as massive strokes to my right hemisphere that permanently damaged 80% of my right hemisphere. And actually, the strokes were so severe, the doctors had to surgically remove the entire right half portion of my skull in order to kind of contain the swelling or deal with the swelling from the strokes. I will say my chance of survival was below 1%, and the doctors told my family that even if I did survive, the most likely outcome was going to be I would be in a nursing home the rest of my life, and I would lose all language abilities. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen. I can talk. Over the last 10 years, there's literally been nothing I didn't have to relearn how to do. I had to relearn how to speak, I had to relearn how to walk and talk, how to read and write. Whenever anyone mentioned my kids at the hospital, I burst into tears. Because my main driving force is I want to get home to my kids. Because they were 1 year old and 4 years old at that point. And I wanted to get to a point where they were old enough to remember me. Yeah. And a brain injury affects not just the person who had the stroke, but everyone. It's a major stressor on their marriage, on their kids. So like there's simple things like that we all can, like opening up a Ziploc bag. They're like, you know, it's harder for me to do. My kids kind of know that certain physical tasks are harder for me. And by this point, we've all gotten used to it. But when it happened originally, it was a huge stress on my wife. And she is amazing. I've mentioned that a lot of families get impacted by strokes, and a lot of marriages get severely strained when one member of like the parenting team can no longer take care of themselves, let alone watch the kids. Well, Brain Injury Connections, they're an organization that provides resources and services and kind of connects people. And there's a whole bunch of like adaptive technology for people. You don't know where to find that stuff. So Brain Injury Connections, found out what I needed and then got it for me free of cost. And then showed me how to use it. So like that got me to go from not being able to do anything at home for my kid to being able to slowly, with that adaptive technology and with therapy, to being like, now I can make a sandwich for my kids. Now I can cook meals for myself. And it'll help me get to my therapies and help me get the access I needed to like start looking at how do you apply for a part-time job so I can start playing around with the idea of working again. Yes, it is critical to so many people. It's definitely, for me, it was a difference of being stuck at home and being an active member of, society and being an active father again. Like they're critical of that. Like, it's part of a network of support. As soon as I stopped being a client, I became interested in joining the board and becoming like a more permanent part of the organization in that regard. Because I had lost my ability to be a teacher and really to work full time, and I felt like I kind of lost that part of my life where I was like, I could no longer be a teacher. How can I give back to society in some way? And it really opened up this whole population of people that need support that I had never thought of before until I became one of them, which is people who have suffered strokes or had major brain injuries. I would like to ask everyone to be generous and help support brain injury survivors by supporting Brain Injury Connections of the Shenandoah Valley.